Hi, this is Michal from the eCom Power Summit. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. And today's session is going to be very interesting if you're trying and want to expand your e-commerce to retail. So with me today is Talor Ofer. Hi, Talor.
Hi, Michal, thanks so much for having me today.
Yes, I'm so excited for your session, and I think your topic is super interesting. So I'm gonna give you the stage, and you can, talk a little bit about yourself and start your presentation, and I will be around.
You got it. Let's do it. Hi, everyone. So, yes, my name is Talor Ofer. I'm from Retail Empire, and what we do as a company for the last more than 20 years is working with retailers in the USA. Retailers could be big boxes, some people call it chain stores, some people call it department stores, but basically, we're talking about physical store, chain stores, not one by one, in the United States. In my experience, I've been working with retailers, as I mentioned, for more than 2 decades, and I've been doing some private label for Costco and Walmart in the beginning of my road. Then I created my own brand, which we managed to sell to 60 different retailers across the US, including Macy's, and Williams Sonoma, Urban Outfitter, and companies like that, even Kate Spade. And since 2017, we basically, as a team, me, my partner in Canada, and our team across the world in a few places, are helping e-commerce vendors to do the jump from e-commerce to physical stores. This is a huge jump. People sometimes get a little bit afraid or a little bit confused or a little bit, hesitating about it, but there should be no reason for that. And I will walk you today through very quick steps of how to do the step. If you want to do it yourself, if you want to do it with us, either way is fine. But I will try to give you as much information as I can to be able to at least consider it and understand the potential. So uh, let me go down to the opportunity. So what is the opportunity here? This slide is not updated, but basically um, Amazon and the entire online, including marketplaces like Home Depot, Walmart, and so on, all of them together, United States, are not more than 15%. That means that the other 85% is a huge missed opportunity if you have a brand and products, which obviously, if you're here, that's what you have. Um, Basically, just look at the numbers, at the potential, and I'm going at a really, really, really low estimation. If you sell to a store a minimum of $500 worth of goods in a month, and you multiply that with the smallest retailer with 100 stores, most of the retailers would carry between 300 to a couple of thousand stores. Macy's with 800 or more, TJ Maxx with more than 4,000, CVS with more than 9,000. But basically, I took again a really, really, conservative estimation of 100 stores. That's going to bring you an extra $600,000 of sales a year. Okay, uh, I could tell you that this number is not conservative; it's super conservative. If we look at the common misconceptions, so people are tending to think wrong things and wrong ideas about what it is looking like and how it is to work with retailers, and that's why I'm here for. Try to walk you through. Um, there's a lot of opportunities in the retail space. Obviously, we have the online, which could be Macy's.com, BestBuy.com, Home Depot, and so on and so on, and the offline, which is the majority of what I want to talk about today. So if you look only on and specialty stores means moms and pop store, like stores that are standalone stores. You're talking about more than 100,000 across the US, but that's only the specialty stores. If you look at the chain stores, you're talking about over 4 million stores across the US. Now, think about this number. Even if you calculate roughly that your category probably exists in probably between 40 to 70% of those 4 million stores, still the numbers are huge. And if you have a niche or a sub niche or a sub niche, then still, let's take 10%. We're talking about almost 500,000 stores potentially could carry your products. Overall, as I mentioned before, there's moms and pop stores, small chain stores with one or two stores across the US. Usually, that would be a family business where they have like They have a store and they opened another one or two of them, but that's it. Then you have the big business, which is the middle green one here, the physical chain stores like Costco and Home Depot, Office Depot, all the big names that we all know. Other channels that we also want to consider when we think about going retail are dropship companies. I'm not talking about dropship of one by one, but big companies that doing dropship in huge volume by flash sales. And then you have the boxing companies, which means subscription boxes. I don't want to go through this right now, but you can definitely Google it and find a lot of suitable subscription boxes. This is a huge business in the United States right now. I'm sure that you might be able to find a lot of business on that area. And then you have the flash sales, as I mentioned before, and MP, which stands for the marketplaces, the .com, right? We have Walmart.com. I'm not talking about Amazon because Amazon is not my field, but obviously Target Plus, which is Target.com, and so on. Moving forward, I want to talk about four main topics on how to succeed. So basically, besides introducing myself to you today and doing the best I can with this great summit of Michal and Noam, I do want to give you some more value than what I'm usually giving. Okay. So basically, there are four steps that you want to consider if you want to go retail. Again, it's really not about the tactic or what to do or how to do or how to find. These are not the right questions. What I see from my side, the biggest question when it comes to retail is, do I want to grow my brand? Do I really want to double it? Am I ready to triple it? Am I ready to do 4, 5, 6, 10 times more than I'm doing now? Yes, I am. If that's the answer, then you want to going to dive to the details. And the details are not that crazy. They're not that hard. To be honest with you, when I compare that to the journey that I see that people are going through with Amazon store, it looks to me like super easy comparing to the Amazon journey. Okay, it's as that simple. So first we have the setup and branding. Basically, on the branding side, you would want to study your competitors and see what they're doing. So if you have bags, shoes, shirts, outdoor, indoor, whatever products you have, you definitely, I believe, know your competitors. And you can see what they're doing on Amazon, but you can see what they're doing on other platforms. So if you click your competitor name, let's say the name is Moses. So you click Moses plus Target or plus Costco or plus Walmart, start guessing where they sell, or without, if they have like, a non-common name, then you would just Google them as is, and you will definitely find, and that's the competitor that you're looking for, you will find where other they sell. And if you look at where they sell, you also want to try YouTube. You want to know what they look like on YouTube. Why is that? Because on YouTube, you're going to see their packaging. You can click their name on YouTube plus unboxing and then see exactly how their packaging look like. And then you go to learn for your brand. Am I just selling my products in a poly bag, which can obviously not be putting on a shelf, or I have a nice cardboard, a nice packaging, a nice box, and so on. Obviously, packaging in general should be attractive enough so that the consumer walking into the store, let's say Macy's, walking into the store, looking at the product, they should understand in seconds what they are seeing. If that's the case, your packaging is perfect. Very big tip about packaging: more is less. If you want to have great packaging, you don't necessarily need to have a lot of details, a lot of things written inside. Let me give you a quick example of puzzle company. I have confirmation from them to present this. This is very simple packaging, showing the product that is inside, the name of the product, short description. In the sides, I don't know what you can see or not, but there's very, very few information, not too much, not too heavy, and that's it. Link, obviously, to YouTube if you want to see how, and more questions, a warning so that it will be understand, like UPC code. That's it. I've seen a lot of packaging that are using too much text. That's not good. You want to make it clear and clean. That's the look and feel thing. Next thing that you want to consider in the branding area, besides your website, I'm taking it for granted that you're going to have a website, and you do have. And if you don't, buzz me. I'll help you with that. We have a lot of people that we know that are doing, good websites, both for online and offline. If you have an online website, not necessarily it's good for offline, But if you have offline retail website, it's definitely going to be good also for online. That's a so-called benchmark rule. As for the catalog, you want to have a PDF format of catalog. You want to start with your logo, with your company name, lifestyle, and next page you want to have just products. Nothing else, just products. Don't tell them the story of your company in the second, third, fourth page. They don't want to see it in the beginning. Think about a buyer looking at the catalog saying, hey, this is interesting. And then he starts to see a lot of stories about how you met your future wife in the beach and both of you thought about this great product. No, they don't want to hear your story before they see what you have accomplished. Okay. Moving forward, I'm talking about pricing. And basically, the pricing is very easy to determine. You have MSRP, which is the retail price, the price you're selling on Amazon, on your website, wherever. That's the retail price. We call it MSRP. So in most cases, your wholesale price, which is going to be price that you offer buyers for bulk quantities, 500, 5,000, 20,000 pieces, whatever, 100,000 pieces, the wholesale price is usually around half of the MSRP. But you have to make sure that your landed cost in the USA, because you always quote pricing in the USA, they don't want to have price in China. They don't want to have price abroad anywhere. They want to have price in USA, in your warehouse, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Ohio, Miami, doesn't matter, in the USA. So your landed cost that I'm talking here about is a landed cost in USA. So landed cost, let's say, at the best case would be around half of the wholesale price. So then if your landed cost is $10, your wholesale price is 20 and your MSRP is 40, that is perfect. Keep in mind that with some off-price retailers, you will have to go down with your wholesale price with a few percentage. Okay. Now, when you're looking at the code, you have to consider a few things, the channel and the product. So the product, obviously, you're talking about competition because it's affecting a lot. If you have a lot of competition and you're not special, then you want to beat them with the price. If you have great branding, special price, special product, you can beat them with the product. You don't need the pricing that much. And the channel means who is the retailer you're talking with. If you're talking with Costco, it wouldn't be the same numbers that you have with Macy's. Macy's are tending to pay more, like at least half of the MSRP, the retail price, while Home Goods, for example, Bills of Florida, these are retailers' names, they pay around 35-40%, which is less. Okay, so consider your pricing to who are you offering them to. Next, we're talking about finding buyers. Eventually, you prepare the branding, you have the catalog, you know the pricing. What's next? Obviously, the money time. The big thing is about finding buyers. You want to find buyers. With all these places that are mentioned here, which are, Yelp and a lot of different email directories that you can find online. Sometimes they can give you 10, 20 contacts, sometimes 100 contacts, sometimes you will pay for contacts, whatever. The most easy place to find those buyers, free and accurate, is LinkedIn. Some people tend not to understand, including myself in the past, the power of LinkedIn. This is a living heaven to find buyers, but don't look only for buyers. Here's a great tip for you. Look for sourcing managers and look for GMM, General Merchandise Manager. The GMM is the manager of the buyers in his team. Okay. Now, you found the buyers, you have the catalog, everything is ready. What's going to happen next? You want to show him your brand. How do you show the brand? We call that a brief. Okay. A brief is basically 5 to 7 sentences explaining exactly what your brand is about. Now, think about the other side. This is a buyer, it's a retail buyer. This is not a consumer. Don't try to pitch them with these sentences saying, like, you have never seen such a thing before or whatever. Try to be thinking B2B. This is not B2C. This is B2B. Yes, eventually it's B2C because they're going to sell to the consumer. But right now you're talking with the buyer. And the buyer is a business. So you're business to business. keep it in mind, even if you're using AI for those briefs, which is not a bad idea, you can do so, but try to orient it to B2B. AI will understand the meaning. Still, one of the places where AI is mostly wrong about is when you're looking for the subject. Okay, the 5 to 6 words to define what exactly your brand is about. You can put it as a quick sentence on LinkedIn message, or you can use it as an email subject. This is the heart of approaching the buyers. Okay, keep that in mind. That's why I'm presenting here that there's initial contact, short and concise, and the biggest key is the follow up. I found through numbers across the internet that following up on the fourth or fifth time gives you 70% more success, especially with buyers. So keep that in mind. And again, use those tools that I gave you here today. And the most, I think, the biggest tool that I can give you is not to be afraid of anything. Just go ahead and do it. This is the last topic of my speech today. And basically, we have a done for you service across other things that we do. This is the main activity that we have. We're taking brands and we move them from online to offline. And you have the link here. You can see all the information if you want, and definitely contact me if you feel like doing so. Thank you so much for having me today, Michal. And yeah, I hope this was helpful.
Wow, that was such a great information. So thank you so much for sharing. And if you guys want to reach out to Talor, here is a link, and we're going to put it under the videos as well, so you can find them and you can post questions in the groups, and we will be sure to answer them as well. And if you guys want to watch the recording, you can upgrade to the all access pass, and you even have a bonus from Talor. Talor, what is your bonus for our audience that's going to upgrade to the all access pass?
Basically, everyone who's going to access to the all-in access pass is going to have 20% off with our done for you service, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, that's amazing bonus. So guys, check it out and upgrade, because you want to watch those recording and make sure you're taking notes. And so Talor, thank you so much for this great information, and I will see you guys in our next session.
Thank you for having me today, Michal.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.